Okay. Now tell me, what school do you go to?
Western, like West High.
Okay. And what grade are you in?
Ninth.
Okay. And how old are you?
16.
All right. Now tell me, what book do you have for us today?
Well, it's Warriors Into the Wild by Eric Hunter.
Okay. Now, could you tell me just a little bit of something about Warriors Into the Wild?
Well, what it is basically like a cat named Rusty who like journeys into the woods, and then these other 3 cats come up and ask him to join in their clan because they need like more warriors, and starts out where he's training as an apprentice.
Okay. Now tell me, what type of book is that?
It's a fantasy. I don't really think cats can talk.
Okay. Now what part did you think was the most exciting?
Probably where they were made warriors.
Okay, so they get into like a army, like, or
It's sort of like that. They start out as like kits in the clan, and then they go to like Gray Kit went to Gray Paw, and then from Gray Paw to Gray Stripe.
Oh, okay. Now, was this book easy to read?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you could change any part of Warriors Into the Wild, what part would you change?
I would take out Tiger Claw. I don't really like him.
Okay. Well,
He does some horrible stuff in the book.
well, feed on that. Well, which character was your most favorite character?
There's a few I like. I can't really decide.
Okay. Well, okay. At least, how about could you read a couple of pages for me?
Maybe like 2.
That'll work.
Okay, it says, empty words, thought Firepaw bitterly. What would Tiger Claw say if he knew that Ravenpaw was safe, far beyond the forest, catching rats with barley? Blue Star broke the silence. We will miss Ravenpaw, but we shall mourn him tomorrow. First, there is another ritual that must be performed. One I know that Ravenpaw would have taken pleasure in. She turned to Firepaw and Graypaw. You have shown great courage tonight. Did they fight well, White Storm? She asked. Like warriors, White Storm replied sullenly. Blue Star met his yellow-eyed glaze and gave a slight nod. Then she lifted her chin and fixed her eyes on Silverpelt, swore of stars. Her voice rang out clear and measured in the hushed woods. I, Blue Star, leader of ThunderClan, call upon my warrior ancestors to look down on these 2 apprentices. They have trained hard to understand the ways of your noble code, and I command them to you as warriors in their return. She looked down at Firepaw and Graypaw, narrowing her eyes. Firepaw, Graypaw, do you promise to uphold the warrior code and to protect and defend this clan even at the cost of your life? Firepaw felt something stir within him, a fire that burned in his belly and rang in his ears. He suddenly felt that everything he had done for the clan so far, all the prey he had stalked, all the enemy warriors he had fought, had been for the sake of this single moment. I do, he replied steadily. I do, echoed Graypaw, his fur bristling with excitement. Then by the power of StarClan, I give you your warrior names. Graypaw, from this moment you will be known as Graystripe. StarClan honors your bravery and your strength, and we welcome you as a full warrior of ThunderClan. Blue Star stepped forward and rested her muzzle on top of Graystripe's bowed head. He bent lower to give her shoulder a respectful lick, then straightened up and walked over to join the other warriors. Blue Star stood and studied Firepaw for a long moment before speaking. Firepaw, from this moment you will be known as Fireheart. StarClan honors your bravery and your strength, and we welcome you as a full warrior of ThunderClan. She touched her muzzle to his head and muttered, Fireheart, I am proud to have you as my warrior. Serve your clan well, young one. Firestar's muscles were trembling so much that he could hardly scoot to lick a Blue Star's shoulder. He purred harshly to show his thanks, then slipped away to stand beside Graystripe.
Okay, I have one quick question. Well, were these cats like brothers and sisters, or were they just...
They were born in the same clan, but some of them were brother and sister.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for the great reading, Elise.